How many points you need? Prove it till you even a start to the point where fear is knocking at doors. Bang, bang, hit the floor. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I'm asleep in my bed. But the reality is, in the midst of the battle, I'm screaming no more. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I'm asleep in my head. But the reality is, in the midst of the battle, I'm screaming no more. But the reality is, in the midst of the battle, I'm screaming no more. Lord, do you hear me? I need you. We need you. Lord, hear me. I need you. We need you. Lord, do you hear me? I need you. Oh Lord, we need you. Oh Lord, we need you. Oh Lord, do you hear me? I need you. We need you. Yeah. Lord, do you hear me? I need you. We need you. Yeah. Lord, do you hear me? Lord, do you hear me calling? Lord, we need you. Cause maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I'm sleeping on the but the reality is, let's celebrate. I'm screaming no more. Baby, it's all in my head. Baby, I was sleeping my head. Reality is, in the midst of the battle, I'm screaming oh yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. There's blood in my veins, in my veins, blood in my veins, in the veins. Let me tell you the story of me. Tell you about my life before a street called Queen. See, I've been going through since a very little girl, born at the bottom with a child soul. I've been down, the valley low, one hold me down. And you ain't seen what happened to me when darkness falls. Demons will creep in my days. In my pain, can't come out into the sunlight, cause it never seems to rain on me. There's blood in my veins, feel in my pain, can't come out into the sunlight, cause it never seems to rain on me. Do you hear me now? I'm singing my song. Tell about the things that's been done wrong. Gonna expose sin, laying at the cross. Down on my knees, Lord, help me please. I've been when it got it all, so when the shutdown started, people was told it's blowing my baby. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lily Mae, and yes, it's Tropical Thursdays on It's Consulting Time, the only platform that can bring you joy, jewels, and justice while providing a space for all creatives to come aboard, be honored, and speak consciously and freely without fear of judgment. And so I'm elated to be back with you guys. Things are changing. So, I was once a week, then I was 3-4 times a week. Now we're back to once a week because the platform is growing to the point where now it's going to be more live, face-to-face and in person, and a lot of other things are coming down the pike. I'm a daddy's girl. And I have a special passion and place in my heart for men. Now, y'all already know I'm going to keep it a stack. Black men, straight up like that. Because I had a real strong Black father whose work ethic superseded everything else. And on top of that, he was a real authentic man. A real authentic 20th century man, not 21st century man. He was a 20th century. And if you know anything about the centuries, understand why he was a 20th century, because we live in the 21st century. He was a 20th century man. And so for that, I am utterly thankful. The young lady of the hour, though, is someone who I'm excited to have, and I'm excited to have her on just a few weeks before Father's Day hits. This parent coach, author, and mother has created a platform, not just to honor men, because we have a tendency of just being real, yeah. But she's promoting positive images of African American fathers. So on this Tropical Thursday, I present to you Miss Stephanie Fleary. Hello.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I am awesome. And thank you so much, not just for being here, but thank you so much for your platform and the fact that you are honoring our dad. Let me tell you something. I'm like honoring our daddies because I am a daddy's girl. And let me just say this, guys. I personally, people say it's the other way around, but let me just say this. A father, anybody can father a child, because to me, a father is in the club. But a daddy is so sporty. A daddy is so real. A daddy is that person that no matter if working 60 or 90 hours a week, when he step over that threshold, them kids go running to him and they are so excited, and he's excited as well. And even when his body begins to ail, he's still trying to figure out a way to take care of those children. That's a daddy. And honey, I salute the positive images of African American fathers. But Stephanie, I want you to take the lead tonight. I want you to introduce yourself, but then talk us about how you got to the point that empowered Stilettos is what it was.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. As the ice cream truck passes by, it just reminds me of joy, right? It reminds me of my childhood growing up. So I am from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. My family is from Grenada. So I have that Caribbean upbringing, but that Brooklyn way of being. Um, and I'm just happy to be here, you know. I'm happy to be able to have the opportunity to share what I'm working on, to share what my passion is. So, I am a parenting coach and author. I'm the founder of Empowered Stilettos and Black Parents Rock. And what I do with my platform is I educate, empower, and elevate families of color. So, whether it's an empowerment event or a workshop or a speaking engagement, my purpose is to elevate and empower at least one family so then that can have the trickle effect to empower many more. And the books that I have published, the first one is Dear Black Man. That is a compilation of letters written from the perspective of strong Black women to the Black men in their lives. And then my children's book is called Chocolatey Brown, and that teaches young children of color to love themselves no matter their shade of brown skin. And then my most recent book is called Parenting Through a Pandemic. And that supports families with navigating through this global pandemic that we call COVID-19, that we are kind of now seeing the light a little bit with. Um, so, you know, all throughout my journey of entrepreneurship, it's always had the same goal and the same focus of Black parents, right? Black family, because it's all about building legacy. And I find that we're not often taught those things. So just as it's important to seek mental health for, you know, when we do need someone to talk to, I think it's just as important to seek support for our parenting journeys, because there's no guide out there to support families in, you know, raising the next generation. So I'm very passionate about, you know, uplifting families of color, and each member of the family at that, right? So I have with my children's book, Empowering the Children and making sure they know who they are and they love themselves. Empowered Stilettos started off all about, you know, women's empowerment and encouraging Black women with self-care and leadership. And now it's headed in a direction of including the entire family. So the event that I'm super excited about is called Daddies Do Hair, and it's the fourth annual Daddies Do Hair. 2020 tried to come mess up plans, but we said no, 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 no. You know, so we are planning Daddies Do Hair June 19th, and it is in person. We do have a hybrid virtual segment for families that are, you know, not in Brooklyn or can't make it out, or who are not quite comfortable coming out just yet. But it is an in-person event, and it's in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm very, very excited about it. And I think I'm more so excited about it because it doesn't have anything to do with me, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Purpose. Purpose. And this week, and last week into this week, I've been studying unconventional leaders, right? Unconventional leaders. And one of the things that I'm finding is that an unconventional leader truly is giving, but the giving is intentional and there is a purpose behind the giving.
Right.
There are no excuses, there are no boundaries. And I think that what I hear from you is this event is motivated by your passion for the family unit, to maintain the family unit, and to empower every piece of the family unit. Because what we have to understand is that every individual has to have some sort of sustainability for the collective to grow. And I think that's the part that we're forgetting. We have this thing where one entity can carry it all, and that's just not the case. And I think with your books, not book, but with your books, you're presenting that. The women writing to the men, you right into the babies. Because once again, it takes us and these babies to re-empower. And I don't want to say empower, re-empower these men because it's already in them. But we just have to restore, revitalize, and revamp the honor and humility of our African American men. So, Miss
Absolutely.
Stephanie, how did this journey begin for you, though? Because I know you didn't just wake up and say, you know what, I want to do this.
So I'm a daddy's girl too. Um, but you know, a different kind of daddy's girl because my daddy is a Caribbean daddy, honey. So that strong iron fist, he don't play that. But also the daddy, if you're like you bat your eyes like daddy, please, then you could get what you want.
Girl,
And
that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
you know, I'm an educator, you know, by trade. I've been an educator for over 15 years. I'm a corporate child care director when I'm not doing my empowerment thing, right? And I always teach in my in like coaching and teaching as well that it's so important to create memories because that's what really sticks, right? You can teach kids 2 plus 2 and all of that stuff, but if you have them engage and you make it an experience, then that's when it will stick. So I always remember as a child, my mom was a nurse, so she was often gone early, right, out to work early, and my dad worked for transit, so he had a little bit more flexibility in his time. And quite often, he would be the one doing my hair as well as my sister's. So I remember like sitting between his legs and the pulling and the struggling, right? But then after it was done, the praise and how he would say, "Oh, you look so beautiful. Look at your hair. Looks so nice as daddy's girl," right? So those things stuck, right? And then I grew up, I had the experience. I didn't really think too much of it, but I grew up, became a mom to a son, and then became a mom to a daughter 5 years ago. And it was then that like those memories started to come back to me like, wow, oh my gosh. First of all, I have to raise this little girl to be a woman one day. Jesus. Right. And then I was doing her hair, and her dad came, and I'm like, babe, you know, can you just like finish these braids up for me? And he was like, finish what? I don't know how to do her hair. I was like, you don't know how to do her hair? And he was like, no, like he has a younger sister, but he never really had to, comb her hair. So I was like, well, okay, come try. And as he was trying, he was struggling. And as he was trying, I was like, Dad, there must be so many other dope dads that just don't know how. And no one has taken the time to teach them because, sometimes the moms will be like, nah, let me just do it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Let me just do it. So I thought, that would be a dope idea. And we don't focus on fathers enough. So I said, well, let's do an event called Daddies Do Hair. At the time, I was also in a leadership program, and they were encouraging us to set goals and, stretch ourselves behind our usual, achievements. So I said, well, what if I do this Daddies Do Hair thing? Like, and I want to see how far that can go. And it happened. We got sponsored by Shea Moisture. The first year. Um, and I was like, oh, this is a thing. you know and it's all about creating joy, and that's why I'm so happy that it has nothing to do with me, because I can sit back and I can just watch the joy, and I could watch the memories be created. Like, to me, that is my happiness. That's like my fulfillment, to see the girls running around and the dads outside of their comfort zone, and also like the fathers in commune with each other, right? Because the key thing about Daddies Do Hair is not just the fathers are getting a lesson in doing their daughter's hair, but we do have the live hair care demo, but we also have a panel discussion on healthy fatherhood. So it's all men panel. The men are the ones talking and speaking, because sometimes us ladies, we have a lot that we have to say, but this is for them to have a voice, right? It's not for us. And we could definitely listen, so we could listen, like actively listen, right? Not just hear what they're saying. It's like, yeah, right, but yeah, okay, but right, but really take in what our men, our kings are, going through. And then we also have a crowning ceremony. And I'm excited for the crowning ceremony this year, especially because the Daddies Do Hair event not only is Father's Day weekend, but it is also Juneteenth. And to have the crowning ceremony that is going to be led by a drum circle, I know our ancestors will be so proud and so present, um, and just really like shining their light on the dads and giving them their credit, right? There's a lot of fathers. I don't know any deadbeat daddies, you know, and I find that like it's always pushed like the dads are no good, and then where I don't see, because if your network is full of deadbeat daddies, then you might want to look into that, right? And then think about what are you doing to empower those men and support them in becoming better fathers, right? Not just point fingers and complain about it. So I think, you know, Daddies
Yes.
Do Hair is such a passion of mine, and I'm really excited about it, for real. I'm really excited.
You know what? You just preached your initial sermon. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. You know, if what you're doing over and over and over is yield the same result, stop and do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Stop depending on other people to handle your business. Period. I've had this conversation all throughout yesterday and today. We have to stop relying on another source to handle what we need to be handling. Period. Stephanie, what you're doing is truly reenacting the village mentality. It's a sad day when we do not sit at our dinner tables and eat with our families. Kids don't know how to communicate anymore. Cell phones, games, and TV are raising them. And then it gets to me, and you saying, well, they're doing this, they're doing that. They're suicidal, they're homicidal, they don't talk, they don't. Well, maybe if you took a minute to talk to them, start to parent these kids.
Right.
You know something? There's no difference between children living in poverty and affluent kids, because both of them are being raised external sources. They do not have an internal root. And that is the problem. So
Absolutely.
thank you for creating a platform that requires fathers and daughters to come outside of their home environment, come outside of their comfort zone, and actually have to do something. Do something. This pandemic has been a blessing and a curse. It was a blessing because it allowed so many small businesses to grow, but it was a curse because it made people lazier than they already were.
You telling the truth. You are
But
not
I'm
lying.
grateful. I'm grateful that the people like you and some of the other creatives who have come across this platform have decided that they are going to push through the pandemic like pregnancy and truly, truly burst and birth their passions. So, Stephanie, we thank you. We appreciate you. June 19th, guys. Daddies Do Hair is going all the way up. Miss Stephanie, tell everybody, number one, how they can connect with you on social media, but also how they can connect with you for donations, vendor opportunities, and sponsorships.
Yes, awesome. So you can definitely connect with me to chat about parenting, about Black love, about Black families, about empowering our people. I am very accessible, so you can, reach out to me on Instagram at Stephanie Fleury, also at Daddies Do Hair. And then to become a vendor or to sponsor or just to pour in and donate, you can sponsor a dad, you can sponsor products. We also do have vendor opportunities if you're in the area, and you can send an email to sfleary, Fleary, at empowered stilettos, empowered stilettos.com. and I will definitely reach back out to you and we will connect. If you want to bring Daddies Do Hair to your area, we definitely can do that. We can definitely team up and arrange. I'm all for collaboration and partnership. And Daddies Do Hair can be something that travels. So I'm very excited to connect with all of you. Lily, I'm grateful for you, like having this opportunity and being willing to bring on guests to share what they're doing and to open yourself up. I greatly appreciate you because without you, people like myself wouldn't have that platform to stand on so strongly. So I definitely appreciate you and all that you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Reach out. Please reach out. Even if you are not in the area, guys, send something. Because if 100 people are watching, everybody sends $100 to go towards something. It doesn't take a lot. Sometimes we feel like if we can't donate $100,000 to something, we're not doing anything. Guys, every little bit helps, and we have to keep this going. So, Stephanie, thank you so much for being with me this evening. We salute you. We speak nothing but blessings over June 19th. And absolutely, it's already going to be blessed because it is on June 19th.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a great evening, love.
You too, babe. Be blessed.
Guys, this is what it's all about. Once again, it's consulting time. It's the only point you can come on and receive joy, jewels, and justice while just chilling, having a conversation that's fueled with intentional goodness. We're not about situational ethics over here. It's all about virtue. And for that, I am grateful. So once again, it's your girl, Lily Mae. Remember, it's consulting time. Daddy Hair, June 19th in New York. If you're in the area, check her out. If not, go on over to Instagram, Daddies Do Hair. Shoot her a message and ask what you can do to be a part of the collective impact. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.